10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
I don't like them putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay. Do you understand that? Turn the friggin' frogs gay. Serious crap.
Well, hello. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? How you doing today? Hold on. I had to adjust something over there. What is going on? Welcome to the Guns and Geeks podcast, or as it may just be known from now on, Trigger Time. I don't know. Because most of the time, I think this early, it's just going to be me. But that's okay. That's okay. I mean, I usually do Trigger Time on Fridays anyway, so it's usually Trigger Time that I do on Friday, not the Guns and Geeks podcast. What did I call this one? Oh, I called it the Guns and Geeks podcast. I meant to call it Trigger Time because it's Friday. My bad. Oops. Anyway. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? How you guys doing? What's everybody up to today? Anybody got any news they want to talk about today? I looked, there was nothing going on of interest today. Like, honestly, like I looked and I was just like, there was some shit going on with Trump and the trade talks with Canada and some Supreme Court stuff. The big thing, though, was the big, beautiful bill. All the stuff that I think all of us in here collectively wanted in the bill got stripped out. So, you know. And this is why I've been saying this for 4 months since this topic of conversation came up, that I am not going to be talking about it or getting overly excited about it unless it actually happens, because there's just too good of a chance that it won't happen. And yeah, I don't know the details of it. I just saw a couple of quick stories on it that the part of the bill that would have gotten rid of NFA requirements on suppressors and short barrel rifles and short barrel shotguns was stripped from the bill. The stories I saw on it said it was because of Democrats. I didn't look at all the details to see exactly what the situation was. Was it really because of Democrats, or did the Republicans just puss out last minute and say it was because of Democrats and Democrat pressure and things like that? I did not see the details of it. I didn't check like the vote to see, you know. Actually, I don't even think it got voted on, did it? It was just like backroom deals and shit. So, like I said, I mean, whatever. I had a strong feeling it wasn't going to happen, because it's never fucking happened, because somehow, even though the Republicans control everything right now, we still can't get shit done that we actually want done. But that is business as usual with Republicans, to be honest. So it's not surprising. It's not surprising at all. I don't think, if we're honest, let's be real honest with ourselves. I don't think, if we're honest, that anybody ever expected it to actually pass. I mean, did you know anybody that actually thought, oh my God, they're gonna get rid of suppressors and you know, get rid of the tax stamp and all this stuff for suppressors and short barrel rifles and short barrel shotguns? Did anybody actually think that was going to pass? The answer is no. I mean, I guess there's like a Hail Mary, because the bill hasn't been actually voted on yet. But it was my understanding, already stripped from the bill. So, and why? That's my question. They're blaming Democrats, but I'm sorry, don't you control Congress and the Senate, and you have a Republican president? What do Democrats have to do with this? I don't know. Seems odd to me, but whatever. It's to be expected. I'm not shocked and surprised. So, anyway, what's up, guys? Who do we got here today? Well, who do we have commenting? We got Firefighter Justin B. Dino's here. We got Corey out there. Blaze01, or excuse me, 001. We got Randy Butterdubs, Sam of Anarchy, Phoenix is here, CD UK, Tomcat, Jolly, what's up, Jolly, my illegitimate son. Ever So Known is here. We got Mr. Scary, we got Lead on Steel, Missouri Patriot, and Cini says this is Paul Senior. So okay, YouTube's using your new nickname. All right, cool, man. Paul Senior. I like saying Paul Senior, because I know it's supposed to be Paul Sr. So I liked saying it wrong on purpose. Paul Sr. Si, senor. Anyway, that's okay. We'll go with the new name. I won't bitch too much. So I was off work today, so I have done not much today, to be honest. I haven't done much of shit today. I've just been working on projects in my room. I mean, I cleaned up a little bit around the house, you know. Everybody was home today. My kids are out of school. I was off work. My wife's off work. My son's off work. Everybody was home today. And collectively, we didn't do jack shit. Which seems like a waste. I feel like it was a waste. Like, we should have gone and done something as like a family. But like, nobody wanted to do anything. Like, I went and took at one point I took like a 3-hour fucking nap in the middle of the day, and just haven't done anything really productive. Like, I'm sure, I mean, I was doing stuff, but little stuff here sitting around, little projects and things that I'm working on. Nothing substantial or meaningful to anybody other than me, I guess. So it was actually a pretty good day because I didn't do shit. I just kind of been sitting here chilling all fucking day. So what have you guys been up to? What do you guys want to talk about today? Seriously, whatever you want. We're going to treat this like trigger time, because that's actually what I meant this to be, even though I did. Well, it's because I scheduled all 3 chats all on Wednesday, and so I think I just was reusing the same title for everything because I was trying to get them all scheduled so I would remember to do the chats. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to pre-schedule the next 3 days worth of chats. That way there's no excuse for me to not show up to do the chat. You know what I mean? Because it's really easy to just be like, oh, it's my day off. I just don't want to fucking do anything. I don't even want to get on here and go through the trouble of scheduling a chat. Get lazy on my days off, man. That's why I can do the toy chat on Friday nights easily, because I don't actually schedule that. My friend Jared schedules the chat, and then I just like hit a button and copy it over to my channel. I don't have to do much. Let's see. What are you guys saying in the chat? Mr. Scary says it was the parliamentarian that removed the HPA and the Short Act. All right. Firefighter says, well, I was dealing with the promotion at work, but I have to still do my old assignment at the plant. What? So you have to do 2 jobs? Or was it one of those things where it's like, we want to give you a promotion, but you're not going to stop doing what you were doing. You're just going to do more. You're not going to be doing a different job. You're going to be doing another job on top of the job you already do. This Scary says, you watch that video I sent you through Facebook? Yes, balls deep. I did watch that video. I think I'm going to send it to my wife. She'll find it funny. Or she'll say that's fucked up. I don't know which, but I'm going to send it to her just in case. Missouri Patriot says, I took my son to the gun range first time today. He had a blast. That's awesome, dude. That is fucking great. I need to get my daughter has been asking me for like 2 weeks to take her to the range. I just haven't had fucking time. I need to get to the range. I need to get her to the range. She's gonna keep bugging me about it. My daughter, my 16-year-old is the one that is the most like me. So she's the one that my wife calls mini me. All right, let's see. Firefighter says, I got a promotion, but they need to hire somebody to replace me at the old position. Ah, so you got the promotion. But it's like, we don't have anybody to replace you yet, so we need you to still keep doing your old job. Like one of those types of things, right? I got you. I got you. Let's see. What's up, George? What's going on? Firefighter says Pew Pew Con is tomorrow in Cleveland. There's a legitimate Pew Pew Con? Really? That's not what it's called. You mean there's a gun show, is what you mean. I thought there was legitimately like a gun show called Pew Pew Con. It's a great fucking name, by the way. That would be an awesome name for a gun show. Unless there is one, and for some reason it's not online, which would be weird. Why would you? Yeah. Every gun show's online, right? In like a Facebook post or something. I don't know. True Live Movies here says, yo from West Michigan. Well, hello, my now fellow Michigander. Randy Butternut says, I saw somewhere that said suppressors and SBRs got removed from the bill because a tax stamp isn't considered a tax. Yes, I did see them talking about that. Even though it's legitimately, the NFA is, it's a taxation bill, is what the NFA was in 1934. It's what it still is. So I did see something about that. I don't know if that's the only reason it got removed, but it obviously is a tax. It was created as a tax. You can go back and see the arguments saying it was a tax when it got passed. And even if it wasn't, the Republicans still could have done something. They still could have passed it. So, you know. I mean, fuck, dude. Look at all the stuff the Democrats have passed, whether it's fucking Obamacare and all this other shit. They pass shit that's clearly fucking unconstitutional. Why not pass something that is constitutional? You know, like defending Second Amendment rights. And who gives a shit if it's a tax? It's an act of Congress either way, which means Congress can be the ones to do something about it. Let's see. Where are we at? Mr. Gator says, you hear about the Maryland man is going to be deported again. Dude, I don't even know anymore. I honestly stopped paying attention to that story. I'm blanking on the dude's name. It doesn't even fucking matter. But I stopped paying attention to that story like a few weeks ago because I'm just over it. I don't give a fuck. I give a fuck, but you know what I mean. You're just tired of hearing about it. You're just like, I'm done. Everybody's fighting over something fucking stupid. Dude's clearly, he's first of all, totally a woman beater, totally here illegally, and totally a fucking MS-13 gang member. Or at least at some point was. There seems to be some speculation on whether he is or was or whatever. I don't know. Doesn't fucking matter. Get him the fuck out. But no, we can't do that. That would be cruel. I don't give a fuck. Deport the dude, bring him back. Deport the dude, bring him back. Deport the dude, bring him back. Turn him into a fucking human yo-yo. I don't care. So, fuck him. Fuck him. Have him spend the rest of his life going back and forth between a foreign prison and a prison here in the United States. Who gives a shit? Stupid way to spend taxpayer dollars, but whatever. Let's see. Of course, as I knew it wouldn't pass, but I'm still pissed because that means Republicans fucked us. Yeah, no, I mean, look, I thought in my head there was maybe a 5% chance it might actually get passed. You know, like, it's 5%. It's 95% that it won't pass because Republicans are fucking pussies in the end, fucking don't fight for anything. So, other than the stuff they know they can get already, like tax cuts, they know they'll always get tax cuts. And the reason they'll always get tax cuts is because fucking, in the end, the way they structure the tax cuts always ends up benefiting people that not only back them, but also just so happens back the Republicans as well. Because it's the same group of fucking corporations and millionaires and billionaires that back both sides. So they always get away with tax cuts without, I mean, like, publicly the Democrats will come out and say a bunch of shit, but like fucking in the end, it always passes. So that's really the only thing. So. Let's see. Sam Anarchy says Obamacare just lines the pockets of Obama and their cronies. Well, it also lines. Well, here's the thing. In that particular situation, it's the opposite. And what I mean by that is it's not Obama and his cronies. It's Obama is the crony to the healthcare industry, to the pharmaceutical companies, to the insurance companies. They were the biggest backers and pushers of Obamacare because they knew it would allow them to raise prices. And my, oh my, even though back in 2012, we were being told that Obamacare was going to lower the cost of healthcare. What's happened to healthcare since then? It's gone up retardedly. And the healthcare companies, the insurance companies, and the pharmaceutical companies are making 10 times the amount of money they were making 13 fucking years ago. So in that particular scenario, so you're right on principle, you're just wrong in the order. Obama was the crony. It was the healthcare industry that was backing Obamacare and pushing him to do it because they knew it would make him money, and they're the ones that paid off the Obamas and the Democrats to push that shit through. Obama was the fucking crony in that situation. And it worked for him, so there you go. Always fun. Justin B says, I pay $800 for medical a month now. Yeah. I don't even have insurance. Honestly. I haven't had insurance since, when was the last time I had insurance? 2021. I think 2020. I think I lost my insurance in like January or February of 2022. So I had it throughout 2021. I haven't had insurance since then. So can't afford to have insurance for me. Got to make sure I've got it for the kids. So me and my wife actually don't even have insurance. So can't fucking afford it. Even through the job, can't fucking afford it. Too expensive. Even when they're paying 2/3 of the cost, which my job would pay 2/3 of the cost, it's still too expensive. Paying 1/3. Isn't that fucking retarded? What's funny is last time I had insurance, I think I was paying, and it had gone up over the years. The last time I had insurance, I had that insurance for about 8 years at that job. And I think I was paying somewhere around, it was under $100 a month, split between my paychecks, right? That they pulled out for my portion that I paid for. It was under $100 a month. And then they paid the rest, whatever the rest was. But the time I had insurance before that, which was pre-Obamacare, and every time I had insurance before that, since I had started working full-time positions where I could get insurance, which was probably somewhere around the age of 18, okay? My insurance on my plan was always fully covered by the employer. Now, if I wanted to add my kids or whatever, I would pay a little bit for that. But I never paid much to add like my kids or something. And then the first time I ever had to pay for my own insurance, where the employer didn't pay for it, was that insurance I got. I think I got it back in 2014, and I had it, like I said, up until 2022. So I had it for about 8 years. That was the first time I ever had to pay for my own insurance. Usually the company would pay for that. And that used to be really common, by the way. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think if you're younger, if you're like under 40, God forbid you're under 30, you would find it strange that your company would fully pay for healthcare, but that used to be the norm. That was the norm. The employee didn't pay for their healthcare. They got a plan. Now, you only paid if you wanted to add kids or a spouse or something like that. You paid for them. But even then, you didn't pay much to add them to your insurance. But if it was just you, your employee covered you. And that was the norm. That was most people working full-time jobs with healthcare. And it didn't matter if you fucking worked in an office or worked at a fucking Walmart or a Target or a fucking McDonald's or whatever. You as the employee, your personal health insurance was at no cost to you if you were a full-time employee. And that is not the norm anymore. I mean, I'm sure now I do remember there were like you would have like different tiers, right? Like at jobs I would have, there'd be different tiers and be like, okay, so this is your basic healthcare package, and you know, you get fucking whatever, $20 doctor's visit copays and X amount for, you know, if you need to go see a specialist, maybe it was $30, $40, something like that for a specialist visit, and then we paid this much if you went to the hospital and blah, blah, blah. You had the basic package. That was free. Now, if you wanted like a premium package, they might be like, that's an extra, you know, fucking $25, $30 out of each check for the higher whatever. And there were always add-ons. So yeah, you could pay for some of your insurance, but the basic plan was always fucking free for you, the employee. And that was the norm. That was every job I had ever worked since I started working and could get insurance, going back to what? I was 18 in 1995. all the way up until 2014. That was the norm. And growing up, because I've talked to like my mother about this, you know, every full-time job she ever had, her insurance was always free. She would always pay, like when I was a kid, to add me on, but her insurance was free. That was the fucking norm. Thank you, Obamacare, for fucking everything up. Oh, but they told us it was for our own good, and that, oh, we'll finally be able to afford health care. Except now less people can afford health care. Isn't it funny how that works out? They just straight up lied to everybody. That's what it was. Let's see. Let me go back to the chat, see what you guys are saying. Justin B says, my first job, it was like $20 a week for really good insurance. Yeah, you were probably paying for like the premium shit, and you were getting really fucking good insurance. Like I remember one of the jobs I had, I ended up getting the premium insurance, and I don't remember what it was, but it was probably something similar. It was like $20 a paycheck or something like that to get the premium level of insurance. And like it was zero co-pays and $0 fucking, you know, specialist visits. And it was like the really good shit, right? Which was wasted on me at the time. So I didn't fucking go to the doctor in my 20s. You know what I mean? Like, it was a fucking waste. I didn't go to regular doctors. But I remember like even when I got hospitalized for motorcycle wreck, I paid nothing. The other time I went to the hospital, but it was for like, technically they gave me a room at the hospital, but it was so brief. Like I was in and out. I wasn't even there a day. But still, you know, hospital visit, even once they give you a fucking room at a hospital, like there's a lot of fucking money. It's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars a day. I didn't pay anything. And that was for when I got pneumonia one time. They wanted me to fucking actually like stay, because they thought it was going to be really bad, but like I didn't even have to fucking stay a full 24 hours. And they were like, no, you're going to be okay. So like, yeah, it was fucking cheap as shit, dude. It was cheap as shit. Like I said, it was like $20 or something a paycheck for like the best insurance you can imagine. It's fucking awesome. And at the time, like you would always get like the premium shit, right? Like you fucking get the premium shit. Like, yo, fuck, $20 a check for like fucking pimp tight ass fucking insurance? Hell yeah. I may never need it, but for $20, who gives a shit? Let's see. Justin B says, are we still punished on taxes for not having insurance? I don't remember. Like, there are penalties, but I think depending on your situation, they can be waived or some shit. I don't know. I don't know how that works. Debbie says, I used to visit an ammo site, then all of a sudden they had shipment of light AP 7.62x39, and then it was all gone before the ice raids happened. I wonder where that went. But like it says, Obama and the Islam dude in New York City are both tight with the Muslim Brotherhood. Yes, they are. Ghostface says, as a teen, I did hospital charging and materials management. If they can have gaps on how much they can... Wait. If they can have gaps on how much you can sue if they mess up your kid's operation, then you should get caps on how much they gauge, even just Advil, $8. Yeah, I know. You would think so. But no, they've spent decades fucking lining the pockets of politicians to ensure that all the laws benefit them. Justin B says, now I made payment for 3 years on my son's 3-week NICU stay when he was born. Jesus. That's, yeah. And that's one of those things. I'm not trying to shift off topic, but like, fuck, dude. Your kid's born and they go directly to NICU. That's the scariest shit ever. Like, anything happened to your kid. Like, fuck, dude. Corey says, my wife's recent hospital stay, which was 2 weeks, that bill is 70 to 80 grand. That's not surprising. You know what's surprising about that? That it's not more, given the way fucking the healthcare system is in this country. I mean, that's a retarded amount of money. And yet, still, it could be way more than that. Which is fucking even more retarded. Justin B says, did you see the video with threats of protests for a gas station not following Sharia laws was down in Texas? No, I have not seen that. Is that in that area that they're trying to turn into a little Muslim city or whatever? Which I don't think is going to happen, but that's what they were trying to do. Lele says, I'm like 89% that Vivek is a plant here trying to turn Ohio blue. Fuckers now inviting New Yorkers to move here while talking about our failing grid power, our power grid. Well, I mean, I guess, well, I mean, it depends on the situation. I have no idea. I don't live in Ohio, and like I've said before about Vivek, is he talks a good game. I don't know if he's genuine or not, but he talks a good game, which he does. I mean, like, there's been a lot of states. I mean, Florida did it. Several states have done it where they've been like, hey, tired of all the bullshit in New York and the high taxes, and are you more conservative? Come to Florida. And it worked out well for Florida because people did leave New York for Florida. And then Florida has become even more of a red state because of it, and because of many other factors. But I don't know, maybe is that what he's trying to do, or is he like straight up like, hey, liberals, you should move to Ohio? Because usually the tagline is, hey, are you tired of New York shit? Are you tired of high taxes? You know, are you a Trump supporter? Fucking move here. That kind of shit. Trainwreck dropped in a super chat. Thank you, sir. Member chat. My dad had to be med lifted to Boston and was in the hospital for over a month. His total out of pocket was under $3,000. It was crazy. That's awesome for your dad. Fuck, dude. A month stay and he only paid $3,000 out of pocket. You got good insurance. Budley says, anti-ice leftists are now showing each other how cheap bear mace is. I mean, good. 9 mil is cheaper, but, you know. Mr. Scary says, any idea why the chat names are showing weird? Are they showing weird? Well, they're all showing with that @ symbol at the beginning. I'm assuming that's just a change that fucking YouTube made. That's what I see. They're showing like @LeadLace, @Firefighter, @2LiveMoo, shit like that. That's how they look to me. Justin B says, a lot of undesirables also came to Florida with the red influx. Oh, I'm sure, yeah. You know, it wasn't just all fucking right-leaning people. However, it was more right-leaning people than left-leaning people. And so it helped to further solidify Florida as a red state. Budley says, my biggest issue with Vivek is he admitted like 2 months ago to being an anchor baby, and the Ohio GOP is just cool with backing him anyway. Okay. I hadn't heard that, but like I haven't heard shit from Vivek since the fucking election, so I don't know what the fuck he's saying now. Firefighter says his thing is getting rid of taxes and inviting more businesses here to make Ohio a powerhouse in many industries. Okay. Don't live in Ohio, and like I said, I haven't even fucking heard shit from Vivek since the election. Corey says, back in 2008, my sister was in the burn unit at Parkland in Dallas. She was in a coma for 4.5 months. After she was just discharged, her bill was a little more than $1.5 million. I'd be like, good luck collecting, motherfuckers. Fuck you. Jesus. Lele says, Google admitted in the past few days to illegally using our video content to help create their AI platform. Illegally? They're illegally using it? How are they illegally using it? Because when you make YouTube content, for those that don't know, if you've ever read the rules of YouTube, like, they can use your content for any fucking thing they want. Like, if you post shit on their website, they can use your content. Basically, they have the right to use your content for anything, for promotional purposes, for ad purposes, and they don't have to pay you to do it. It's part of the terms of service of using YouTube. So what are they doing what are they doing illegally? Because they can use our content however the fuck they want. I mean, I've known that since I started on YouTube. George says, what? That's messed up. Ah, YouTube. Dino says the trick is to make shitty content. Now, that's a rule I've been following for almost 16 years. Make shitty content. It works. Goddamn right it works. Oh, fuck. Alright. What else is going on? I don't think there's much else going on in the world today. Let's see. Any new guns? I haven't checked the Firearms blog for like a couple weeks. I need to check that. Let's see if there's anything good on the Firearms blog. Let's screen share here. Rangefinder, 940 SPX, which are really nice shotguns, by the way. Scopes. 9mm SMG. Alpha AC SMG 9 submachine. It's just an AR9. Come on. Well, that holster looks nice. I don't like these hybrid holsters. I mean, well, okay, let me explain. As I've said this before, I don't like the dual clip hybrid holster. I'm not a big fan. I mean, like, I inside the waistband carried for a long time, from about 2002 to 2011, 2012-ish. I inside the waistband carried, and once I started outside the waistband carrying, I realized how much better it was. So and this is the worst type of inside the waistband carry, as far as I'm concerned. That's all personal preference, by the way. But I don't like that it takes up so much real estate. It takes up almost twice the amount of real estate on your belt and your side because of that leather patch at the back. And removing 2 clips is... I like to be able to pull my holster off and on with one hand. And you can't do that with those. You have to reach over and grab both clips at the same time. I just don't like it. But the outside the waistband holster looks nice. Mosey says, dang it, I got the notification but didn't notice it. Still not used to this time. Yeah, I know it's early. Yeah, I get you. Lele says, apparently Martin Cove from Cobra Kai was at a con recently and bit the Asian chick who played in the final season after they got into it about something. I haven't watched the final season yet. He bit somebody? Fucking retard. That sounds stupid. New DeSantis holsters. There's not a lot I really care about here. Sig's new 5.16 Mohawk. Piston-driven AR. I don't care. Ooh. What is this? I hadn't seen this. Oh, motherfucker. 590R rotary safety selector shotguns. Pump action performance with ground-breaking new features like rotary safety selector. Ergonomic design fore-end and an integrated barrel single-piece shield combination. So, okay, so it's got an AR-style safety selector. Okay. Do you need that? I'm sure it's ambidextrous, so it's probably on both sides, which is probably nice. But do you need that? No. So it can either be tube fed or magazine fed, I guess, which is cool. That's cool that you can do both. Or no, there's specific models. Oh, so it's specific models. So you have to get the tube fed. They need to make one that does both, honestly. Does it do both? They really should make one that has the ability to do both. You can either you can smack a mag in there if you need to, or you can run it off the fucking tube. Wonder what that would require. If that hasn't been a thing yet, which I haven't seen, if it is, somebody needs to come up with that. You can either just load the tube with, 6 to 8 rounds if you need to, or you can slap a magazine in it, and either way it's going to fucking function. I don't know. Maybe this does do it. It doesn't say that. But that needs to be something. That would be a fucking huge fucking feature for a shotgun. That could do both. That'd be fucking awesome. Ah, my giant sippy cup. Dino says, if you want to play cosplay as Master Chief, you do. Oh, well, yeah. Of course, it says, read my last chat. In the last 2 months, I've gone from wearing 48-34 to now 42-34, lost 25 pounds. There you go. I mean, it's not good why it happened, But it's good that it happened, I guess. Anyway. What else we got? Blaze said, would be nice to have the same type of safety selector as your rifle. I mean, it would. You know, I don't think that's like... That's not the type of thing that would get me to buy a whole new shotgun. It's cool. And like, if you were going to go buy your first shotgun and you could spend that much money on it, that thing's over $1,000, then sure. You know. But yeah. I mean, it's not something I'm not gonna like fucking trade in my other guns and go spend over $1,000 on that, you know, just because of that selector switch. But it's cool. It is cool. No. Let's see here. We got. Sound like a seal barking. Yeah, my fucking. It's one of these things like it's got like the lid has basically a little valve in it, so that if you turn it upside down, it's not supposed to leak, but it always fucking does. It's so fucking retarded. It'll leak for a second, and then it'll stop leaking. But it keeps it from like leaking a lot. So if you turn it upside down, it'll leak for a second, and then the valve closes. But I don't think it's supposed to leak at all. But anyway, because that valve's there, it's like an air pressure valve. So when you do that, it makes this fucking retarded ass sound. That's what I use at work all the time. Every time I fucking take a drink at work, somebody's like, is somebody smoking a bong? Because that's what it sounds like. Like somebody's huffing off a fucking bong. Guy that comments says, top 3 influencers you'd take to invade Iran for democracy. Definitely not for oil. Jesus Christ. Oh, fuck. Well, my number 1 choice would be fucking Duke. I know Duke. And I know his capabilities and what he has done as a Marine. I'd pick Duke, hands down. That's my number 1 choice. After that, good question. I don't know, man. I got to think about that. Duke would definitely be number 1, though. I don't know who after that. Because there's some people like that I think probably have some good experience that I can think of. But I also don't like them. We're not going to go into fucking names or anything. But yeah, that's definitely a thing. Yeah. I'm not sure. I'll have to think about it. Catch me on the next chat. I'll think about it. But Duke, obviously, and then I got to come up with 2 more. Yeah. Oh, hold on. Why is this shit? Firefighter says, top pick of gear to fight the Michigan Dogman. Okay. What the fuck is the Michigan Dogman? I don't know what that is. I gotta look this shit up. I'm not... Dude, I've been in Michigan for 4 months. Michigan Dogman. Well, according to the internet, it's a werewolf. What it looks like. It's a fucking werewolf. Outside of it being a werewolf, anything I should know? So I'm gonna fucking pick a goddamn 12 gauge loaded up with silver double-aught buck. It looks like a fucking werewolf. What does this say about the... What does Wikipedia say? A creature witnessed in 1887 in Michigan, described as 7-foot-tall, blue-eyed or amber-eyed bipedal, canine-like animal with the torso of a man and a fearsome howl that sounds like a human scream. According to legends, Michigan Dogman appears in a 10-year cycle that falls on years ending in 7 and can be deterred by clapping loudly. That's the most retarded fucking thing I've ever heard in my life when it comes to supernatural shit. Oh, it's the fucking Michigan Dogman. Just fucking clap. What the fuck is this retarded shit? Who made this shit up? What the fuck? What the fuck is this stupid shit? Just... There. I don't need gear. I'll just fucking clap. Fucking retarded shit. Who the fuck came up with this? It's a werewolf that fucking runs when you clap at it. Oh my god. That's so fucking retarded. Uh-uh. Oh my god. I don't even want to read anymore. This is some retarded Michigan bullshit. Fucking. It's deterred by clapping. Jesus fucking Christ. That's so fucking stupid. Two Live Moose says it originated as a prank and dummies followed it up with sightings. Well, it didn't originate as a prank. They're fucking claiming it's been a thing since 1887. So there's at least some basis there in I won't say reality because that's not what it is, but some basis there in like folklore. But then yeah, it probably did turn into like a fucking prank or some shit. Fucking retard. That's fucking stupid. Oh well. Comfortably Young says, yet I've never heard of it. Yeah, I never heard of it. Until just right now when somebody said Michigan Dogman in the chat. Billy says Dogman is a legit cryptid. It looks like a fucking wolf. Yeah, like a werewolf. Apparently all you have to do is fucking clap at it. Sounds retarded to me. So, all right. Any last minute questions or topics of conversation? It is about time to wrap this up. You got anything out there, ladies and gentlemen? Guy that comments says, is petrodollar a censored word? What? No. Not that I'm aware of. What, has YouTube started censoring people talking about the petrodollar? Not that I've heard of. Not that I talk about the petrodollar that much, so I wouldn't know. But what's up, Nice Strike? Firearms says, hey, I have been researching new things to spook Duke with. Good. I mean, stick to aliens and demons. Those are the two big ones that get him. Night Strike says, when are we playing Left 4 Dead 2 again? I would like to play. I also want to play it, though, Night Strike, because I was talking about it in the chat the other day. I don't know if you saw. I don't remember. I think you did. I do want to play that fucking Risk Global Domination thing again. We haven't played that in a long time, and I was kind of fucking craving playing that game. I'd kind of like to play that at some point, if you want to. We could live stream it. People can see. You remember how we used to play and fucking all backstab each other and shit, and like team up against everybody else and shit? Like, I think that would be fun for a live chat. I think it would. Miracle says, Matt, thoughts on Ted Cruz being exposed on Tucker Carlson? I mean, yeah, I watched clips of it. I did not watch the whole thing when he was fucking talking about bombing Israel and shit. And it just seemed like very typical fucking Republican politician rhetoric as far as him, you know. I didn't see the whole fucking interview. I didn't care enough. Ted Cruz has fallen a long way for me since the days of 2016 when I actually liked him. I'm not saying he's like the worst politician or anything, because he's nowhere near the worst politician we have. Not even the worst politician in Texas. Patch Boy and Beto O'Rourke, Puto O'Rourke, probably have that one wrapped up in Texas. But no, actually not anymore. But I'm not. I mean, he's fallen down quite a bit in my views since in the last 9 years or so, when I actually liked him, because he talked a really good game about the Constitution and stuff, and certainly followed that in Texas in the Senate as a politician. Was very constitutionally minded, and now he just seems like another typical fucking neocon, typical Republican. So, whatever. All right, guys, I got to get out of here. I got my other chat starting up, the toy chat, toy geek chat, geek toy chat, whatever the fuck you want to call it. But we will see you guys next time. I'll get some more chat scheduled for next week. I have to work this weekend, so no geek chat or anything like that this weekend. So the earliest you guys will see me is Monday. So we will see you guys next week, unless you want to hop on over to the toy chat. So enjoy your fucking weekend, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be working, but deuces, yo, shall not pee in the fridge, and all that other good stuff. And we'll see you guys next time. Take it easy, guys.